Previously, playing God has been invoked in debates over the atomic bomb, IVF, recombinant DNA, AI, robotics, and nanotechnology, for example. This analogy cum metaphor has often been used in recent debates about human, plant, and animal genetic engineering, and especially synthetic biology, embryonic stem cell research, human gene editing, cloning, and post-singularity/transhuman/cyborg/digital transcendence and immortality speculations. I would like to ask today, does this religiously sounding term playing God even make sense? And is there a theologically less problematic description of the human scientific project? The philosopher Frederick Fayter tells the story of his father, who in 1922, as a boy in a rural Minnesotan community of Swedish immigrants, heard a Baptist preacher rail against his parishioners' use of newfangled lightning rods. He called them shiny spikes of faithlessness. Thunderbolts were God's to hurl, not man's to deflect. The fires of hell were even then being stoked for those who insisted on rising in rebellion against God's will by installing newfangled lightning rods. But, Fayter reflects, could God's will truly be foiled by a steel rod and a grounding wire? Was it really wrong to protect family and livestock from the storms that swept in from the prairies with such seemingly undiscriminating force? Is it believable that the God we know in Jesus Christ would punish farmers for taking whatever meager technological precautions might be available against natural disasters? Popular memory recalls biblical stories of punishment meted out for human disobedience and pride, including the seeking of forbidden knowledge and godlike status. See Genesis 3:11, for example. But another careful reading of the Eden and Tower of Babel stories would show that they express ancient anxieties that human initiatives would be foiled by a deity who jealously guards divine prerogatives. My claim is that the idea of playing God is, from a Christian perspective at least, theologically dubious because it implies the creator of the universe is some insecure, lesser God that can be diminished by human achievement, a being that we are capable of imitating, but who is offended by scientific inquiry.